What's up, everyone? I'm Don from Teeqlife, and welcome back to the Teeqlife Basement Bar for another episode of something new. This time we're keeping it at home, basically in my backyard. I live in Canton, they're in Plymouth, Michigan, so we're keeping it really close. We're going to be trying Vokin Vodka. Now, Vokin, I've heard of it before. I've never tried it. I've seen it at festivals here. They're expanding out of Michigan, which is really cool. Heard some really good things about it, but I haven't tried it. So we're going to crack this bottle open and see what we think. But let's talk a little bit beforehand. We'll give you some insight on Vokin Vodka. So Vokin is made from grains grown in the Midwest, but it's distilled and made with fresh water that's sourced from the Great Lakes. It's distilled 6 times, so typically when you distill a vodka, it makes it ultra smooth. So it's a premium product that is just going to be very palatable and easy to mix with something, but also if you want to just drink it neat or on the rocks, it makes it really good. So the owner, Steve Johnson, he later on in life went back to school. Really cool, interesting story. And for one of his classes, he had to complete a business plan. So I guess he picked vodka, which is a staple across the world. I mean, most people drink vodka. I think it's the highest rated spirit as far as sales. I'm sure tequila's catching up, but that's for another episode. But Steve went back to school and he had to create a business plan. So he created a business plan and he liked his business plan. I guess it did really well, so he decided to actually act on it and went after the market and created Vokin Vodka, which is, a really cool idea that this spawned out of something, that he was doing for a class later on in life, and I think it just works. Now, they have 2 products out on the market. They have Vokin, which we're trying right now, but they also have Vokin 1. And with Vokin 1, it's made from potatoes, so it's a little bit different than this one, which is made from grain. We're going to try Vokin 1 on another future episode. But I thought it would be really good to start off with kind of the flagship product and talk a little bit about this one. So this one's made from grain, Vokin 1 made from potatoes. We're going to crack this open. I'm going to be using a Mikasa, basically like a champagne flute, but I thought with the way that it's made, I'll get some good aromas if there is any. Typically, vodka doesn't have much aroma, but I have had some vodkas lately that have a little sweetness to them, and you can really pick it up in the nose. I'm gonna fill it up almost all the way. I don't want to spill any. I don't like to waste liquor. I'm an intoxicologist, so I don't like to waste whatsoever. But we're gonna give it a smell. It's very clean. I get nothing off the nose. It almost smells like water, and it's weird because when I think about it, it's made with Great Lakes water distilled 6 times to make it ultra smooth. It reminds me of the Great Lakes. The good part of the Great Lakes, because, I'm not talking like the Detroit River. I'm talking, the good, fresh, maybe up north. But really ultra smooth. Yeah, it seems very palatable. So we're going to give it a try. So I get the vodka taste, and it's smooth. I think it was 2 weeks ago I tried this other brand, national brand. I don't want to say what it was, but it had a lot of burn. It had that pepper, so when it went down your throat, it burned. Right from the beginning, this is really smooth. We're gonna do one more. I like to coat the palate first, and then I can get all, if there's a flavor, I can try to pick them up. So we're gonna do it again. There's a little tiny bit of sweetness. I think this is a good vodka if you wanted to mix with a splash, so like vodka tonic, maybe a splash of fruit juice. Cranberry, I think it would absorb extremely well, and that used to be my drink a long time ago. I used to get goose and cranberry, that was it. But then I've learned to expand outside the realm of always ordering the same old. So far, this is really good. This is a really good product. I'm digging it. Let's talk a little bit more about vodka. So, originally, vodka was actually a medicine. And I know what you're thinking. A lot of these alcohol, spirits, they started off as medicines. I don't know what this shit was fixing whatsoever, but it would put me in a good mood. I'd be happy, and it's happy hour. So I'd be pretty happy about it. But yeah, vodka came around in history. It was a medicine. It contained very little alcohol, around 14%. And it's not gonna, like 14% wouldn't get, that's like a Bartles and James, like wine cooler or something like that. It's just, that's not gonna do anything. You'd have to drink like 2 gallons to feel a buzz. So obviously it changed. It was a different flavor. It was a different color. It even smelled different. So the way this Vokin vodka is smelling absolutely clean, very pure, the old time vodkas, you know, they were just completely different. And I think most of the things change over time anyway. Vodka can be distilled from actually just about anything. Any starch or any sugar-rich plant. It's mostly made from grains, corn, rye, wheat, potatoes, grapes, molasses, soybeans, rice, beets. There is a beet vodka. You know who you are. I know the company too. So beets, and they have many flavors. If you go into the grocery store, your convenience store, whatever it may be, you can find so many different flavors of vodka. It just like saturates the market. Vodka is like one of those things, it's one of those spirit brands that people just kind of flock to. It's an easy one to remember, and for flavors, they have just about anything that you can imagine. But I like vodka. It's really smooth, it's really good. I'm gonna do another taste here. Yeah, there's like a little sweetness, not overpowering. There's not a lot of burn. It's easy to indulge in, so I like it. I think it is pretty damn smooth, and I'm really impressed. I like it. I like it a lot. The bad thing about it is, we'll just say the bad thing, is it's actually really good, so I could drink a shit ton of it, and it's gonna get me into trouble. Because before I know it, I'd probably drink half this fifth, and I'd be feeling good, but the next day, I might not feel that great. But with vodkas, one of the things I've learned, because I've gone to distillery tours, is, you know, the more they distill it, the more they cut it, it's more of a premium product. So you don't get the hangovers, and it doesn't give you that feeling the next day to where I'm 45, so it would take a lifetime for me to recover. This, I think I'd be pretty good with, because it's very clean. It's not dirty. I think it's just a superior product. And I'm glad I got to taste it. Now, in other countries, you know, maybe they're a little bit poor, but they make what's known as a bathtub vodka, and it's very dangerous. So our YouTube channel is all over the world. We're getting hundreds of thousands of hours of watch time. So you know who you are making that dirty vodka. Don't drink it. Be wary of where your vodka comes from, because with some of that bathtub vodka, you know, they do it to avoid taxation. They do it to, you know, create a black market, but it's poisonous. It can cause blindness. It can cause death. It can cause many different health issues. So stick to something like Vulcan. Get it in the bottle, get it at the store, order it online if you can. But with that being said, just be careful about what you drink. But I thought it was really funny, and an interesting point that people are making this in their bathtub and people are drinking it. But I digress. I'm going to finish this a little bit, but I'm really impressed. I like Vokin. So far, I'm glad I got to try it. I can see this being carried in a lot of restaurants, bars, just different things, different places like that. This is a really good product. The one thing is, I would probably say, is the name on it isn't bright enough. It on the shelf, it can get lost in the mix. So make sure that you do look for this brand, because it's really good. I'm going to finish drinking this. Okay, so I just finished my first glass of Vokin Vodka. I'm going to get ready to pour another one, but overall, I'm very impressed. I really like it. I think it's very smooth. I'm probably going to put a splash of maybe lime in it and see how it goes over, but I mean, for me, I'm more of a neat person. I don't mind drinking it straight up or on the rocks. I think putting an ice cube in this as well would bring out a little bit more of the flavor and make it, you know, the dilution ratio of it would make it a little bit smoother. But overall, just a really good product. You can find Vokin, you know, all over Michigan. It's in many stores, many restaurants. Price point of this bottle is going to be anywhere between $30-$35. So for my price range, you know, what I like to spend, it's right in that market. I'm good with it. But yeah, I would definitely say that Vokin, this one in particular, is Teeqlife approved. So we're going to sign off. Make sure you subscribe to the Teeqlife YouTube channel so you don't miss any future episodes. And hit that like button. Leave a comment. You can also go to teeqlife.com and follow us on social media. We'll see you on the next episode of Something New.